Congresswoman Michele Bachmann says the real road to job growth is extending the Bush tax cuts and maybe even cutting more. She joins us now. By the way, Congresswoman, why not go one step further and say that, look, not only should we extend those that exist, but there are places where we should be cutting more?
Exactly, because the business world will tell you they know how to create jobs. They're stuck in neutral right now because there's so much uncertainty in the air. It's unconscionable that Speaker Pelosi adjourned the session, and by the way, she had to cast the deciding vote because she couldn't get enough of her own Democrats to cast the vote to adjourn. It's unconscionable that businessmen and women all across the United States don't even have tax tables for January 1st going forward. How could they possibly be hiring or expanding right now when they don't even know what the tax rates will be? Right now, every single American, David and Liz, that pay taxes will see a huge increases in taxes coming January 1st, and the lowest income tax rate will jump 50% from 10 to 15%. So President Obama has done no favors to the business community and to those who are employees out there, and he should take a hint from the job community, cut taxes, cut the spending. After all, he had over $850 billion in stimulus. We were told those were supposed to go to shovel-ready infrastructure projects. Gee, where did that money go?
Representative, what you're saying about the inability to see forward for businesses because they don't know the tax tables is absolutely correct, and my blood pressure starts to rise because I get upset about that. I mean, businesses are trying to run businesses and hire people. However, to sunset or not sunset on that upper tier of 250,000, Republicans like you do not offer a solution for paying for that. That actually costs money. I know you know that. What is the solution for paying for that?
Well, why is it that it costs money when it's allowing the American people or businesses to keep their own money? It's a cost quote to government, but quite frankly, Liz, the problem is that government has gotten so gargantuan and so monstrously big that it's out of all relation and proportion to the rest of society. Government shouldn't be the focal point of American life. Freedom should be. Free market should be the focus of American life. I'm really sick of government being as huge as it is and every year demanding increases that outpace inflation. It's time for government to get over itself and to start shrinking and pulling back. Quite frankly, every day of the week, the private sector comes up with miracles. It's government that's causing the trouble. Government has to pull back and shrink back, and we will pay for all of this in prosperity in the free market system.
By the way, the president's response to the Republicans' complaint about taxes is, hey, we've got all these tax incentives now for small business out there. You used to be a tax attorney, if I remember correctly. For each one of these tax incentives, so-called, and we've talked to a lot of small businesses about whether they are or not helpful, aren't there a whole set of new forms you have to fill out, and doesn't that take time and expense away from the companies filling them out?
In of all things, the government takeover of health care, Obamacare, there was buried in the middle of all of that a requirement for all businesses that if they have any transaction, even cumulatively, that reaches $600, they have to issue a 1099. I don't know of any business that doesn't already document what its transactions are. You have to, because you're not paying for those in cash, you're paying for those running it through a credit card or through your accounting system. It's bizarre.
There's the job creation. You got to hire somebody to do the paperwork. It's like doctors in the 80s when the insurance companies made them fill out all this paperwork. Thank you very much.
You left your last job too soon. You would have been a millionaire by now if you kept in that position.
Thank you.
You're right.
Michele Bachmann, great to see you.